Good morning.
Morning, Felipe. Sorry for the delay.
Don't worry. What happened?
I don't know. No, yes, the traffic
All
uh,
right.
near home, no, but probably near home in Javier Prado Avenue, uh, uh, the alcaldía,
Yeah, the municipality.
the municipality, probably municipality of Lima, Lima municipality, uh, is is uh, is building, está construyendo, is building I don't know, a new segment of the of the of the road. I don't know.
It's kind of like a
Uh-huh.
bypass.
Yes, probably it's a big project. Probably this project take 1 year.
Oh,
Will take 1 year.
that's a lot. But well,
Yes, yes.
if it's for
I have
improvement,
problem because
it might be possible. But sometimes they are just taking too much time and money in something that is not going to be that useful.
yes, yes. But for me, it's a problem because I have, for example, no, today I have problem because it's early, no, but I have problem, or probably I take 10 minutes more in arrive to my work, to my office, and then in the afternoon, in the evening yesterday when I return to home, when I come back to home, it took me probably 20 minutes more.
Really? So, this, okay, since they are we're having a construction, yeah, I think the traffic should be higher, or the traffic
Yes,
jams would be worse. Well,
I will have several problems with this, my friend, for 1 year or more. You know that the Peruvian construction are not efficient.
yeah, I think uh, the project should have uh, a specific time when they can open the road and then close it again, especially during rush hour.
Yes. No, it's a problem because probably apart, you know Jaime Prado, no?
Yes.
Avenue? Yes, it's a big
Avenue.
avenue, no? Then the people, one part of this avenue near home, yes, probably near home, is located in in my in my way.
Uh-huh.
For me, it's a problem.
Yeah, all
I
right.
don't know how to know. Probably I will take every day other way, and I need to I need to study my options of schedule, the horario, um, option of ways in order to avoid the traffic.
So just arriving to the office 1 hour earlier, even though
Yes,
that
but
might,
today,
well, realistically, yeah,
yes, but
yeah,
today is seven. Today I stay at my office at 7:10, no, 7:10 a.m.
7:12.
Yes, probably I need to arrive. I don't know, 6 o'clock.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, realistically, it cannot be sustainable, and you're not the problem. The problem is in the city.
Yes, I don't know. I don't know.
All right. Okay, so let's forget the problems of the world and we are going to start. In this last unit, we are going to find some cultural differences and how people manage those differences. Even in our country, people have differences in the perception of time, how they manage food, the, the way they perceive the government, and sometimes how they manage their emotions. So the differences often consolidate in what we call culture. Culture in the highlands of Peru is different from the culture in the jungle, for example. So in the jungle, people is usually, not always, but it's often more effusive. They are outgoing and they are very sincere. In the highlands, especially in the central part of the country, some people prefer not to tell you things directly. They they try to help you understand them. So that is just an example of how people behaves differently. So if you remember the word, we covered that. But now let me, okay, if you see the screen, okay, let me share. Okay, I'm gonna share the screen.
Mhm.
Okay, so okay, maybe you know this word, maybe you haven't seen it, but
Behave, comportamiento.
mhm. So this is the verb. Okay, it's a
Behavior.
verb, behave. Okay, it's what usually mothers tell to the kids. So this, as a verb, help us describe how people act and before different stimuli. For example, kids behave in a different way as adults. Hmm? So, not only the culture is manifested in how you say things, but in other forms. For example, in music, art, or in politics. So there are different views of that. For example, the problem that you had a few minutes ago, or yeah, that is not that is not common in Europe or in certain countries in Asia. So in Japan, if they have to make a construction, it usually takes 1 week and no more, not 1 year.
Yes, of course.
Mhm. But in other
1 year.
countries in Asia and in Central Europe, they are just like Peru. It takes 1 year, 2 year, 2 years, 5 years sometimes to finish a project. For example, potholes in Moldova, or for example, building a bridge in Vietnam. So the government is inefficient as Peruvian government. So we're
Yes,
gonna
because these people are, how do you say, jodida? Like
they are, yeah. So using another word for that, so people is just uh, so there are two meanings if we want to find this word. I think we could say is around in their
no,
own around in their own issues.
these people are fucked, no? They have to be fucked, no?
I have to agree. Yes,
No?
in some ways we are the same, but some people prefer to use this this expression,
Okay.
drown in their own issues, and you can replace issues with another word that is stronger to say that.
Problems, no?
uh So it's similar to this.
Around their own issues.
Hmm.
Okay, jodido. El güey. Okay.
Yeah,
Around their
yeah.
own issues.
Obviously, we prefer to to behave civilized.
Okay, drown
Hmm.
in their
Yeah,
own issues.
drown in their own issues. Okay, so thinking about other places, have you traveled abroad?
Abroad, yes, yes,
Hmm.
yes. I have traveled abroad.
So, what countries have you visited?
Uh, I have visited uh, uh, probably 5 or 7 countries.
Wow. So you told me about Spain and other countries. Wow,
I
it's a
I
lot.
visited Spain, France, in Europe, USA, North America. In South America, I visited Chile, Colombia, uh, and Brazil too. Yes,
Hmm.
6 countries.
Wow.
Ah, and I visited also uh, I don't know how, Santo Domingo. Yes,
Hmm.
Santo Domingo probably maybe. Yes, but
Yes.
I only visited the hotel, my friend.
Oh, okay. So you didn't go out. That's okay, you know.
No, no.
Yeah,
Only
you were
visited
there.
the hotel.
Uh-huh.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Punta
so
Cana, no? Punta Cana is in
uh-huh,
Santo
yes.
Domingo, no?
Uh-huh. Yes. So it's a really nice
Yes.
place. So
Ah,
in
Mexico too. I
wow,
know Mexico too, yes.
so seven
No? Seven
countries.
or 8 countries. Seven
Eight.
or 8 countries, no?
Huh. So
Yes.
yeah.
But I don't know Mexico. I don't know Mexico. I
Mm.
only know Cancun. Okay, this is part of
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Mexico,
it's part
but
of Mexico. Mexico. Yes.
I, I didn't visit other places of Mexico.
Well, actually, you know a lot of places, even though it's only a hotel. The culture in the hotel it should be different in Santo Domingo than in Mexico. Not that similar actually. So, have you
I,
experienced this culture shock that in Peru people behave in one way and in Santo Domingo or in Colombia they behave in another way?
yes, probably the culture in some places are same. Probably the culture of people is totally different in some countries. Yes, also depend of the country. For example, the last year I visited Colombia, a small city in Colombia. I don't remember the name. I don't remember the name, but I talked with a taxi driver, taxi driver,
Hmm.
and I note that taxi driver had a lot of culture. Probably his culture is not correct because he was a social politic. Era socialista. How do
Not,
you say
he
that?
was socialist.
He was socialist, but he was culture. He had culture.
Hmm.
Yes. The people in Mexico, for example, is like Peru in Cancun. Is like pura citizen.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Incluso, how do you say incluso?
Even
Even the physical is or
the
is
physical
same.
appearance.
The physical appearance is same.
Really?
Yes, yes. Is my mother is from Piura, and I know a lot Peru, a Piura citizen.
Hmm.
Part of me
From
is
Pure.
part of me is Piura. I know my I know my people, and I see the Cancun people. Uh, eran the Cancun people was or were churres.
Hmm. So
You
that's
know
an.
churres?
Yeah, I have heard about those nicknames. Not
Churres.
exactly churres.
Churres is a word. that you use to 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 name or to call to a man, no?
Hmm.
Churre, churre. Or when you call children, you say churre, no? Churres, so churres.
Hmm.
Mm.
That's interesting. Well, so thinking about Piura and especially culture in our own country, are there things that you don't like about Peruvian culture?
If I don't like,
Yes, things you don't like.
ah, yes, in general, no, in Piura and other cities, in general, no, the are Peruvian people are no
Hmm.
are sucios. How do you say sucios?
Dirty.
Dirty, no. We have a lot of dirty people, my friend. We need to export these people. We need to
Export to other countries, or we need to fix.
yes,
So, do you think
to other
is it?
countries
Oh, okay.
or to the or to the how do you say infierno?
Send them to hell.
Send them to hell, my friend. We
Um,
need we need we need we need uh, when nosotros estamos otra vez, we need we need
so we need to
how do
get
you say otra vez?
again.
We need again.
Uh-huh.
We need again Fujimori, Alberto Fujimori, or probably more efficient like Alberto.
Hmm.
The other how do you say
Dictator, another dictator.
dictator of Chile, remember? In the 18s and
Pinochet.
17s? Pinochet. Yes, yes, Pinochet. Yes, probably. We need disappear these people, my friend.
Yeah, well, some people just even if they well, because even in Fujimori's government, well, people still behaving the same. Even there was this sense of resistance to the cultural change that happened in the 90s because we were forced to do certain things that didn't happen before. So you needed to be more efficient at work, especially in government jobs. And you needed to study a little bit more because you need to update. The enterprises are not going to choose you because you're a family member, but because you are efficient. And some people resisted to that change in in the paradigm. So especially in certain places where you had to study or work, you had to change. But uh, in just is my opinion, but I think if that would have happened not only 10 years but 40, our situation would have been better.
Probably, my friend. For this reason, we need to export these people, my friend.
But they are going
Social
to
people.
export it. But it's similar to what happened with Venezuelans, right? So they exported what
Yes,
they didn't want, and
yes.
we are worse now.
These people like social, economic, probably social, cultural. I don't know. Then we need to export these people to Venezuela, and the problem is resolved.
Mm, okay,
Or
it's
Cuba, my friend, or Cuba, Cuba.
Cuba.
These people like Cuba. These people like Cuba. These people like
Ah, okay.
Castro.
So
These
the
people like
leftists, especially, they like they like the appearance of Cuba, but they don't want to live like the poor people in Cuba, maybe.
I don't know.
Hmm.
How do you say no me importa?
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't care, my friend. We need to
Hmm.
to export these people,
Huh?
the social people,
Yeah.
to
So there is
Cuba or
yeah.
Cuba or Venezuela.
Yeah, this is another phrase that you can use when you say I don't care. This is a little bit more elaborate. So it's none of my business.
None of my business.
It's none of my business.
Yes, my friend. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
disgusting. For
let's
example,
forget the leftists, the socialists. So here in Peru and in general in Latin America, what things do you think are considered rude for Peruvians?
For Peruvians,
Mhm.
probably nothing, my friend, because Peruvian people or we are very tolerant with different types of behavior.
Hmm. But I know
Probably,
certain things.
probably, probably, probably the U.S. people are strong when they say something, and probably the Peruvian people is like more suave,
Soft.
more soft when we say something. But in the uh, this is an example, no?
Hmm.
The 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 way that you say something, no?
Hmm.
Probably.
Yeah. I was thinking not only behavior, but certain attitudes that people consider normal in their countries that are offensive here.
Offensive here.
Hmm.
I don't know.
For example,
I don't remember.
something that I noticed that people get offended easily here in Peru is that mentioning or saying that food from other countries is better than Peruvian food. For example,
Uh,
saying that
you repeat?
that Chilean ceviche is better than Peruvian ceviche.
Ah, okay, yeah, okay.
That's
But for the Chilean people is the same, no? For these people that are crazy, uh, ceviche is better than Peruvian, no?
yeah, the
Or Ecuadorian,
Ecuadorian.
Ecuador. Yes, these people are more crazy.
Yeah, they
For
remember
them,
the comparatives? They are crazier.
crazier,
Hmm.
crazier. Yes, yes, yes. Or probably we are crazy, but I don't know, my friend.
Hmm.
No
Actually, I
creo.
think
I don't
the
know if I don't know if no creo, no.
yeah, no, I can. I don't think so.
I don't think so. Yes, I don't think so.
So it's how we perceive those things. Because if you ask an Ecuadorian, they say they are the originals. You ask the Mexicans, they say they are the originals. You ask a Chilean, they have no idea. But in their minds, they are convinced. So we need
Mhm.
to be a little bit more objective in certain things, and maybe a little bit flexible in others.
Yes, it's total. I don't know, but it's particular of each people
Hmm.
because, for example, for you, the the food of your mother is the best,
Uh huh.
probably, no? But for
Yes,
probably for me
that kind of.
is but probably for me is disgusting, probably.
Or you could say, "Oh, my mom or my grandma cooked better than your mother."
Yes,
Yeah, there was a.
but probably for me not. Probably for me not, no.
Mhm. I think
Y
that
al revés, how do you say al revés?
so it's the opposite.
In the opposite way.
Or
For me,
on.
probably the food of my mother is wonderful, but for you it's disgusting.
Uh-huh. It's pretty.
And for me, the food of my mother is disgusting too.
Why?
I don't know, my friend. My mother is a beautiful person, but probably don't cook very well.
Oh, all right. I think the mothers just wanted to share love, but sometimes they didn't. Especially those that weren't taught by their own mothers, they lack the creativity or
Yes,
the lack of recipes is also part of that too. Okay, now how elderly people treat how are elderly people treated in Peru? in your opinion?
Elderly. What is the name of elder? Or what does mean elderly?
Something that we can use
El-
here. So,
elderly. Elderly is old people
elderly. Mhm.
or young people. Young people. Ah, elderly, ¿no? Viejos.
But is usually referred to 80 years or more.
Yes, of course.
So that's what we call elderly.
Like me, no.
No,
Then, like
no, it's
my
usually
mom.
80, or they cannot walk. They have to use a cane or maybe a wheelchair to just be there.
Okay.
How are elderly people treated here in Peru, in your opinion?
Uh, Probably is like other people. Probably we don't have a special treat with elderly people. Elderly people survive like como puedan,
They survive
like
as they can.
as they can with with their families. No, I think we don't have a special treat with elderly people. Like other countries, it's the same.
hmm
No?
Yeah, and I think some people are treated better in other countries, but in others they are treated even worse.
But if you have money, my friend, for example, in United States, the people, the government treat very well, but you have money, my friend. If you don't have money, te votan,
They throw you out.
they throw you out of the, I don't know how is the name of the place, ese sitio que tiene para los viejitos donde se
Ah,
guardan, ¿dónde están?
it's the asylum. No, asylum is for crazy people.
Sí, asylum, no? It's like, no? It's like
Yeah, it's
asylum,
similar to
sí.
an asylum, but asylums are for crazy people.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, this is a retirement home.
Retirement home,
Yeah,
yes.
it's a retirement home. I'm gonna write it here. So it's a retirement. Retirement home.
Retirement home. For
Retirement
example,
home.
United States has a lot of problem with the security, social security, no? Obama Care, no? Maybe
Yes.
Obama Care
The
is the
Obamacare.
name of the security government, no?
Uh-huh.
The government wants to eliminate this type of security, no? Because it's expensive for the people, no?
Yes, actually, some people want to get rid of that, but not many. So obviously, people don't care as long as they are not affected. But I think that is not the correct idea.
In your
Anyway,
taxes, affected in your taxes.
yeah, right. Now, how men and women are different in Peru?
How are men, women different? Yes, in some ways, uh, we are different. Mm, but probably the different currently less in some ways, no? In some circumstances.
Hmm? For example, what is the main difference here in Peru between men and women?
Mm, the main difference. Uh, Probably not the main difference. Probably is the natural difference, no? The heavy works.
Okay.
Uh, the heavy works are for man, are for men, no?
Yeah.
For example, the works in that you know to use the your force, no? cargar, ¿no? Cargar
and you
cosas.
load up.
But this is natural, ¿no?
Hmm. I think that there
Like,
are other things that we could consider natural too. For
for
example,
example,
women being
in
a
a,
little bit.
for example, in a construction, in a building of the of the edificio, in the building
In the
of,
building.
huh?
Yes, in constructions.
In the construction of the building, in this type of job, uh, there there aren't women, there aren't women, there aren't
Yeah,
women, no?
there and actually, I think that depends on the necessity in certain places. Obviously, the vast majority of construction workers are men due to the rough work that you have to do. But in other areas, not only for the strength, but also by the behavior, women are preferred and men are sometimes prohibited. For example, in nursing,
Yes, of course.
sometimes in childcare, in a wawawasi, for example, men are seen as something that is not normal
Hmm.
in a kindergarten or in a wawawasi. So if you see a man there, oh, this is dangerous. I am not going to take my kid here. I'm not gonna leave my kid here. So that
Yes.
is an image and a perception sometimes.
How do you say I am not machista?
Hmm, machista. Hmm. Okay. We
Feminista es
can.
feminist, creo.
Uh-huh. No, but yeah, it
But I don't know.
wouldn't be maleist. So,
I don't know. I don't remember.
mhm. Let
I
me.
don't know.
Mhm.
I am machista, no?
Hmm. So there are, I think there are
Sexist? No, sexist no, no.
no. So there is not exact word. It's not
No?
it's not machist basically. But I think people use the word male
Male love,
chauvinist.
male love, male love.
Male
Un
chauvinist.
male lover.
No, that's
Un male lover.
yeah. I think that that would make no sense. So in English, I think they do not consider when they created the word feminist, they did not consider maleist. They didn't. So now let's go out from Peru and we are going
Mhm.
to see some funny culture ads. This is from the bank, the HSBC. Okay, so please let's go to the DQV. I'm gonna stop sharing the screen and you're gonna share it. Okay, so please go to the platform and click in DQV and complete the exercise.
Okay. Okay, I play.
Uh-huh.
In some Asian cities, it's considered acceptable for a commuter to fall asleep on the shoulder of a stranger.
This is considered acceptable for a commuter to fall asleep at the shoulder.
Of
Claro.
It's considered acceptable for a commuter to fall asleep on the shoulder of a stranger.
Es acceptable, ¿no?
Mm-hmm.
For a commuter to fall asleep on the shoulder of a stranger.
Mm-hmm. Shoulder of a
In some
stranger.
Asian cities, it is considered acceptable for a commuter. Commuter es ciudadano, ¿no? For a
No,
commuter.
it's a citizen that moves from one place to another to work. For example, you're a commuter, but you use your own car.
Ok. Ah, ya. Pasajero, algo así.
No, it's a word that doesn't exist here in Peru. So
Commuter.
it's
Ok.
We sometimes call it viajante,
Un viajante.
but it's a worker. Usually travels from one place or to another to work or study. That is a commuter.
Okay, okay.
In New York, it's quite a different story. Of course, it could always adapt. We're the global bank that never underestimates the importance of local knowledge. We're the global bank that never underestimates the importance of local knowledge. We're the global bank that never underestimates the importance of local knowledge. Never underestimates the importance of local knowledge. We're the global bank that never underestimates the importance of local knowledge. We're the global bank that never underestimates the importance of local knowledge.
Yeah, okay. Oh, the importance local of yeah. Underestimate the importance local of knowledge. No? Let's try. We are the bank that never underestimate the local global. Okay, okay.
Estimates the importance of local knowledge. We're the global bank that never underestimates the importance of local knowledge.
Yeah, we try. We are the global. Okay, okay. We
Or
are the global bank that never underestimates the importance knowledge local. Okay, okay.
That never underestimates the importance of local knowledge.
Mm. The local importance of knowledge. Okay, okay.
Global bank that never underestimates the importance of local knowledge.
Oh, okay, okay. Check. Huh? The importance local of
the
knowledge.
importance of local
Local.
knowledge. The importance
Importance
of local
local
knowledge.
knowledge.
Mhm.
Okay.
The importance of local knowledge.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, global bank. importance, no? Importance, importance, local knowledge. The care? We are local bound that never underestimate the importance of local of the local knowledge.
Mates the importance of local knowledge. Mates the importance of local knowledge.
Of the local
But okay, are you sure?
we are the global bound that never underestimate the importance of the local
Okay, click in check.
We're the global bank that never underestimates the importance of local knowledge.
We are the global bank.
La mierda.
We are the global bank. You did it correctly before.
Yeah.
Okay, we are the,
That
not that, the,
we are
the,
we are
the
we are
global
global
bank
bank that
that, and then you know.
never underestimates the
Knowledge.
the, the knowledge of
No,
knowledge
the
is a
importance. The importance.
importance of local knowledge.
Now it is.
Yeah.
You will start cussing and yelling.
Yes.
Why I can't got it? Go on.
We are the global bank that never
Underestimates the importance.
of local knowledge. Okay.
Okay, now the second ad.
HSBC, the world's local bank.
The English believe it's a slur on your host's food if you don't clear your plate. Whereas the Chinese feel you're questioning their generosity if you do. At HSBC, we never underestimate the importance of local knowledge. Which is why we have local banks staffed by local people in over 80 countries across the globe.
They keep bringing out a bigger fish because they think he's angry. Yeah, but it's a fish. No, it's
Yeah, it's
culebra.
actually it's more like an eel. Have you seen an eel before?
Yes, como una anguila, ¿no?
Exactly. Yeah, and
But
so
they keep
it's
bringing-
actually a fish, but it doesn't have the skin is really smooth. The taste is a little bit different. It feels strange when you eat it. So the meat is it's, too soft, so it doesn't taste right as a fish.
Okay. They keep bringing
Is
out a bigger fish.
so
because
have
they
you
think
have you eaten carachama?
no.
No? Yeah, it's kind of similar actually. So the fish looks really, really scary, but the meat has a special flavor. The eel is the same.
Okay. It's like I don't know. I remember.
Yeah,
that. Okay.
imagine that it's a
Okay,
snake.
example.
It's a fish snake.
Okay. Okay. They keep bringing. He keep bringing out is traer.
Exactly.
Están
Out
dando.
from the kitchen.
Bringing out a bigger fish because they think he's hungry. No, it's not fish. It's
No. They don't think he's hungry. It's a little bit different.
they think. No, they think he's hungry. Ellos piensan que él tiene hambre. Probably it's not a
remember
fish,
we're
it's
this.
only a-
We're yeah. It's a bigger fish because it's an eel, but is not because he's angry or hungry, sorry. It's because in different cultures, cleaning the plate has different meanings.
Mm-hmm.
So in Latin America, we are similar to the Chinese. So it's not that you are hungry, it's that, oh, he wants more. It's my duty to serve him more because he cleaned the plate. So this is the reason why some people prefer to leave some parts of the food in the plate. Like saying, I'm full, I couldn't complete my plate. So it's a cultural thing. But in Great Britain, you have to clean the plate.
Okay. Okay.
Check it, please.
HSBC, the world's local
But you
bank.
didn't check. Sorry.
No?
You didn't check. Now. Continue.
HSBC, the world's local bank.
In America, if you hit a hole-in-one, you're expected to buy everyone a drink. However, in Japan, it's traditional to buy your playing partners expensive gifts.
Same hole.
At HSBC, we never underestimate the importance of local knowledge. HSBC.
He has to buy what does he have to buy? And expensive things, no?
But he used a specific word. Expensive something. Expensive what?
No, okay, I don't know.
You hit a hole-in-one, you're expected to buy everyone a drink. However, in Japan, it's traditional to buy your playing partners expensive gifts.
Did you hear it?
Expensive gifts?
Gifts.
Quips, no?
Gifts.
Gifts. Gifts. Gifts.
Gifts. Gifts.
Gifts. Oh, gifts, ¿será? Gifts. No. ¿Será gifts? Expensive gifts. Okay, expensive gifts.
You see, the world's local bank.
Nice. Right. And we did it. Great. Thank you. Now we are going to go into the reading part, and I'm gonna show you something. Here is okay. The second paragraph. Would you like to read it, please?
Yes, of course. The English believe it's a
Slur.
on your slur. Okay, the English believe it's a slur on your horse foot if you don't clear your faith. Slur on your horse foot if you don't clear your faith. Whereas the Chinese feel you're questioning their generosity if you do. At HSBC, we never underestimate the importance of local knowledge, which is why we have local banks staffed by local people in over 80 countries across the globe. HSBC, the world's local bank.
Great. So we have a different approach here. So this is the eel, the eel dish. So just by context, what do you think slur mean?
The English belief is slur. It's a slur. Probablemente que es algo no, no, no está bien, no político, no adecuado, ¿no?
Huh? It's a
Son the
slur
host food,
on your host food.
la comida de tu huésped, ¿no? La comida de tu anfitrión, ¿no?
Mm-hmm.
¿No? Que no es algo apropiado dejar la comida de tu anfitrión,
Uh-huh.
¿no?
But in English,
English belief is slur on your host food. The English belief is rude.
rude, exactly.
It's
So it's like an
rude.
offense, like you're saying, "Ugh." So you're doing it. You're doing a bad gesture, and you're recognizing that it's not okay. Okay,
Mhm.
do that. And on the contrary, Chinese people feel you're questioning their generosity.
Mhm.
So what does it mean?
Okay. In English,
Yes.
uh,
What do you think?
they think they think that uh, they think that they are uh, that they are tacaños, that they are
Uh-huh. So they are
not generous.
stingy.
Ah,
Stingy.
stingy.
In Peruvian Spanish,
Okay, stingy,
hmm? Stingy.
stingy.
Okay. So it said, oh, so if he finished, he's testing me. Okay. So he's put me in a trial. So if I do not give him or her food, then it means that I don't want to do a lot of businesses, only limited businesses. So we are going to continue serving food until he feels satisfied. And I say, okay, this is enough. You are too generous for me. Okay? Until you recognize they are superior in generosity.
Okay.
So that is what is expected, which is a difference in culture. Okay? Especially in Asian cultures, we have this expression called save the face. Okay? So I have
Save
to
the face.
save the face. So it's an attitude where even if I lose money, I lose a person, I lose everything, I still keep my honor. And with my honor intact, I can still do business. I can recover the person I lost or the things I I was robbed of. So I can recover everything as long as I keep my honor. But if, if the people perceive me as dishonorable, they don't want to do business with me, they don't want to sell things to me, they don't want to do anything with me. So that is why honor is very important. Without honor, you cannot do businesses.
Okay.
So it's a complete opposite to Latin America in certain areas.
And what is the meaning of save the face?
Yeah, it's for the Chinese expression. It's more similar to save the honor.
Okay.
Save the honor, so I can show myself to others. Even if I lost everything, I can still show myself. So they want to do businesses or they want to have relationships with me.
Okay.
I am still honorable to the society. So in those cases, thinking and remembering what we saw in the in the videos, in these ads, okay, we are going to see now the modal verbs of obligation. So in every culture, there are things that we consider necessary to do. Remember, in Chinese culture, save the face. In Peruvian culture, finish all the food and saying thank you. How do we say thank you in Peru?
In Peru,
Uh-huh.
in order to thank the attention of the people.
Uh-huh. If you're served food and you think it's great, it was a great food, what do you say?
Uh, Thank you. It was delicious.
Uh-huh. So you praise the food. Oh, thank you, this was delicious. Or some people in some places prefer to say certain phrases. Okay? And sometimes we use certain jokes. Okay? In Ica, for example, some people prefer to make jokes for the food. Okay,
For
maybe you have
example,
seen, yeah, for example, if you finish everything and the person that is looking at you, okay, you say, ah, no me gustó.
okay.
Yeah. So you know it's a joke because contrary to what you see. Yeah. So you know the person is saying, oh, it was delicious.
Yes. Okay.
So it's this kind of dichotomy that is confusing for some people from other regions that come to Ica. So they feel confused. Why? Why does he say that? Why is he insulting the food? But no, we are praising the food.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Understand.
so if you go there and well, you don't have to do it. This is for people that is from Ica. But if you hear someone saying that, he's not insulting or she's not insulting the food. Yeah, it's the way that we praise the food. All right. So now we are gonna see how we show this obligation. For example, the obligation to praise the food of the person that invited you. Okay. One more time. Do you remember what are the two characteristics of the modal verbs?
Two characteristic of modal verbs.
Mm-hmm.
No.
No? Okay, so we are gonna see them. Okay. First, a modal verb. Okay. Modals never change. Okay. Modals never change. I must go. She
Okay.
must go. Okay. No changes for plurals, no changes for third person. They are always the same. This doesn't work for certain semi-modals. For example, have to. You have had to or has to in third person. But in pure modals, one word modals, no changes. Hmm? And
For
since we
example,
have what's
she must uh, she must have her license to drive.
exactly. And that leads you to the second rule. Okay? Modals always change the next verb. Okay? They always change the next verb. How do we know? This verb becomes an infinitive. Okay? I must go. She must go. The verb stays frozen, but if it's, for example, she goes, the modal verb transform it, and the verb becomes something else. The verb becomes okay, infinitive. Okay, the verb becomes an infinitive. Okay, in Spanish we would use this with ir. So I must go, it means yo debo ir. She must go, ella debe ir. So these are the two things that we need to be careful with when we're dealing with the modals. So did you remember now?
Okay.
Nice. Let's start then by choosing the correct modal to talk about an obligation.
Our uniform is
Which modal makes me do something?
we might.
But might is might
El otro que era might, must, ¿no? Must.
must.
We might es como que podría, ¿no? We have to wear.
Yeah, we have to wear. We have to wear our uniform in school.
We have to wear our uniform in school. The correct pronunciation of our is our.
Okay. Yeah, we have to wear our
Our, ¿no?
our uniform. Okay, why we need to use have to?
Because have to is a obligation, ¿no? Tengo.
How does it feel compared to the other two?
Can no, can is es como que yo puedo, ¿no? Más de poder. And might is a possibility, ¿no?
Exactly. So can is for an option, something that you have the ability, and might is for the possibility. So the other two that we already covered, and now we are going to cover obligation, something that if I don't do it, something bad can happen. So I have to do it. Okay? With models of obligation, we have two types or two forms, let's say. Would you like to read, please?
Yes, model of obligation, two types. First, obligation of or necessity, must and have to. Examples: you must wear your seatbelt when you drive. You have to do your homework. Moral obligation or recommendations should and ought to and need to. You should listen to your parents. You ought to behave in class. You need to take a rest.
So, here we have this idea of this firm obligation. More than necessity, we will call this a state where if you don't do it, something bad happens. Usually rules or laws that you have to follow. Okay? In other words, the firm obligation means that if you don't do it, you can die. Basically. Yeah, take it like this. So it's an extreme, but you should take it like this. If you don't do it, you can die. Okay. Moral obligation, on the other hand, it feels more like save the face for the Asians. Okay, so if you don't do it, you lose respect. So that is how we understand both. So you should listen to your parents, or you ought to behave in class, and you need to take a rest. So before we continue, do you have any questions?
Okay, but in the second, if you don't do it, you lose respect. Es como que más una posibilidad, ¿no?
No, so you lose respect if you don't do it. It's not a possibility, but you do not die, but you lose respect.
Okay.
So people are not going to respect you anymore. For example, if you yell to your parents, people are going to say, "Oh, this is a bad person. I'm not going to do any. I don't want to be related to this person." So you lost respect.
You lost respect. Okay.
So people doesn't want to deal with you because you cannot behave properly. Okay? For example, if you're always going on a party, you're sleeping 2 or 3 hours, and you sleep at work, you lose the respect of your boss.
Mm-hmm.
So all this just make you lose respect, and all these make you lose your life. So if you don't wear your seatbelt when you drive, if you have an accident, what happens?
Mm-hmm.
So in your
It's an
car,
obligation.
yeah. So it's an obligation to secure my life, or sometimes secure my soul, secure my integrity, or secure my mental health. Okay? For example, you have to do your homework. If you don't do your homework, you feel worried and you start feeling stressed. Okay? So, is this clear now?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, now using must, please read.
Must for obligation. Must express a strong obligation or necessity. It often shows us that obligation comes from the speaker or the authority that wrote the sentence, or it's an internal obligation. Example, I must call my dad. It's his birthday today. You must hand in your homework on Tuesday, or you will fail, teacher to student. Seat belts must be worn by all passengers. Sign on a plane. Note that we don't use must to express obligation in the past, we use had to instead. I had to pay 85 pounds to renew my passport last week.
Mm-hmm. Nice. So remember, this is super strong. There is nothing stronger than must. There was a word a long time ago that was superior, but not anymore. So we have to use must as the ultimate obligation. And this comes as an internal obligation that if I don't do it, something bad can happen. So you obligate yourself because you see the obligation outside. It's something happens outside that makes me feel compelled to do it. So it's both ways. So, for example, I must call my dad. Okay?
Mhm.
It's his birthday today.
Mhm.
It's not a law, but it's something that I am compelled to do. The same thing here. So you must hand in your homework. Okay? This goes from the teacher to student. So the teacher says you must hand your homework on Tuesday, or else you will fail. So it's a
Uh,
warning.
Felipe, and what's the meaning of hand in? Como que
Hand in. Huh?
poner las
Hand in.
manos en,
Okay?
como que poner las manos en, como que ponte a hacerlo,
Hand
ponerte en
in.
ello. Hand in, hand in.
Cansar. Or that. Alcanzar or dar. And sometimes this. For example, in this case, presentar una tarea. It's hand in.
Okay.
Usually we use this hand when we have to bring it in a folder, for example. So I have a folder here, so I have to hand in to the teacher.
Okay.
So that's why we use this hand, because you have to use your hand to show it. Right? Now
And the
remember.
meaning of worn,
What? Sorry?
seatbelt must be worn.
Is the past
Worn.
of wear.
Okay.
You have to wear your seatbelt. Okay, so be careful. This is only for present and only for future. We do not refer must when you're talking about the past. If you want to talk about an obligation in the past, you have to use have to. Okay?
And in this case, seatbelt must be worn. Worn is past, no?
No, this is a passive voice.
Passive voice.
Mhm.
It-
Verb to be and a verb in past participle is passive voice. Maybe you have seen it, but this would be like seat belts. This is passive voice. Verb be and the verb in past participle.
Ser. House. Okay.
All right. Any other question?
No.
No.
Okay.
Nice. Great. Now, with the structures, we still have the affirmative, negative, yes or no questions, starting with must. Must becomes your auxiliary, by the way. So any of these, except in have to, okay, and I think ought to, neither of these use neither of these single word models use auxiliaries. They become their own auxiliary. Starting with the subject, then must, and then the verb. There is one thing that I need to point out here, especially with must. Okay? When you're saying the sentence, must is usually pronounced in affirmative. Okay? It's pronounced higher. They must come to school on time. So must is the only modal, let's say, that has the pronunciation higher in all their forms. In affirmative,
Higher.
negative, we use must to emphasize the obligation. In affirmative, it would sound like they must come to school on time. They must come. In negative, they must not be late, or they mustn't be late. So in affirmative or negative, in questions, so it's the same. Must should be, generally speaking, the highest pronunciation point. Is this clear?
If the sentence of imposes they must come to school on time, I need to change in negative there the sentence. Then I put they mustn't come to school on
They
time.
must. They mustn't come.
They mustn't come.
They mustn't come.
Okay.
Right? Now, remember that using must is mainly for present and future. Okay? Now, next one. Have to for obligations makes you think of a reduction in the obligation. It's not exactly the same level of must, but it's still a high obligation. Okay? Would you like to read it, please?
Have to for obligations. Have to show us that the obligation comes from outside the speaker or comes from external obligations. We have to wear a uniform when we are working in reception. When do we have to hang in our homework? When do we have to hang in our homework, student or teacher? AI has to work tomorrow so he can come.
Actually, it's Al from Alfredo.
Ah,
Al.
Alfredo. Right. Al has to work tomorrow so he can come. To show past obligation, had to can be used simple verb. Simple follow the rules of past simple negative for the structures. I had to present my project. I didn't have to present my project.
Mhm. So, have to for little less obligation, and in the past, yeah, you have to use had to. Okay, same thing here. Okay, the structures follow the same. In affirmative, yeah, you have to use has to in third person. Follow the rules of the present simple. Okay, using do or does in questions, don't or doesn't in negatives. Remember, when you're using have to, it can be for present or for future. You cannot combine it, or it's preferable not combine this obligation using will. Okay? Just keep it with present simple for future. Okay? You know already how you can make a present simple sentence for future, right?
Could you repeat, please?
Do you know or do you remember, because we already saw it, do you remember how to make a present simple sentence in the future?
Present simple tenses in the future. Yes.
Mhm. Using have to, please tell me a sentence in the future.
Uh, I have to leave to the airport at 6 o'clock.
Nice. Okay? So that is how we manage this for the future. We do not use will. Is that clear?
Mhm.
Nice. Great. Now, these are the soft forms. And if you remember, ought to is the soft form of should. So it's a little bit less. Okay? Because we cannot use have to for this, we are going to use ought to. Okay? Please read.
Okay, should or out for obligation. Out should or ought to for obligation. Should and ought to are used for moral obligations, when we use them to express what is right correct thing to do. Quick obligations may come uh, from tradition, custom, or culture, and may be seen as advice. Should and ought to have similar meanings. Should is more common and ought to is more formal. Example, you should greet someone with your right hand in India. You should greet someone with your right hand in India.
Mm-hmm.
Left hand is considered unclean in India. You ought to be on time in the US.
Oops. Are you okay?
Yes, you should greet
No, okay. There is
someone
some.
with your.
Be careful because the Indian flu is coming.
Hmm?
The Indian flu is coming.
Indian flu.
Yes. Have you heard the
What
news?
happened?
Yeah.
A new virus?
Yeah, a new virus. So
Ah,
I think you should use a face mask when you're in public in these next months.
ah. It's like coronavirus.
Some people say worse.
Worse.
Yeah, worse. Yeah. If you have time after the class, you can look up the information about the Indian virus. Indian virus
Okay. Yes.
2026.
Ah, ah.
Okay.
It's a problem.
Mhm. Yes.
What question? In the example, you should greet someone, you should greet someone with your right hand in India.
Ajá.
Es como que tú debes saludar a
Ajá.
alguien cuando tú
Yes.
le das la mano.
Exactly. Don't wave with the left hand, for example. Don't give the left hand to shake hands.
Okay.
Yeah. Or when you are in a military salute, don't do this. You have to do it with the right hand.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so you should greet someone with the right hand because in their religious belief, they consider the left hand of the hand of. There is a goddess, but I can't remember. Now, anyway, there are certain parts of the body that are unclean. They are dirty because
Okay.
they use their right hand to eat, and this to scrape the things from the plate, for example.
Okay, okay.
So still, it's a cultural thing. Okay. Here we eat with both hands. For example, our roasted chicken, we have to eat it with the hands. There is no other way. It's impossible to eat it with only a fork and a knife. So you have to grab your chicken and eat it. So that, for example, is not an obligation. So you should use your hands to eat pollo a la brasa. And in the same way, you ought to use your hands when you eat pizza. It's not an obligation either, but we don't have the habit for that. Okay? Some people prefer to eat it with fork and knife. And you ought to use your hands to eat pizza. Now, the structures of should and ought to are very similar. In this case, remember, ought to is the verb in base form. Do you see this? The to. Yeah? This to makes the other one infinitive. It follows the same rule that we had in the modals. Remember, ought to it's in the middle of a modal and a semi-modal, basically. It doesn't have a third version, a third person version. Buenos días.
Okay.
Remember, ought to follows this structure. Using negative is after ought. Ought not to. One more time, is used as an auxiliary. As an auxiliary
Okay.
verb.
El auto siempre, always, always can or always use with the verb to be.
Not always.
Okay.
No, you have. It's an example, but you can use other verbs. For example, if we want to arrive early, we ought to take el chino.
Okay. Shall we take? Okay.
We ought to take el chino. If we want to arrive early, we ought not take el rápido.
If she want to, if she want to die, she ought to take the chin.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That is a Peruvian expression. We could say if she wants to risk her life.
It's part of our life, the risk. Every day.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's something that, well, we do in Spanish so often that we don't understand the implications of that. It might be offensive for some people when we use our that. And now, need to. This is the last semi-modal. It's one of the weakest, but it is really useful. So please.
To need to for obligation. Use affirmatively need to implies strong recommendation but used negatively. It expresses an absence of obligation. Example, I think you have cut. I think you have COVID. You need to get tested at once. Okay? Thank goodness I don't have COVID, so I don't need to stay at home. Absence of obligation.
Uh-huh. Exactly. So, one more thing. I cannot hear you very well. I'm not really sure if your microphone is away from you. Can you hear me well?
Yes.
All right. Nice. Now, here we have two things to mention. One is that this strong recommendation or the absence of the absence of obligation, they are also related to the verb or the situation you have. Okay? This is why need to, even though it's one of the weakest, you can use it with verbs that imply a higher obligation. What do I mean? For example, I think you have COVID. It's a strong statement. Okay. What about changing this for I think you have I think you have the flu. Then it doesn't sound that bad. Or I think you are sleepy. You need to go to bed, or you need to sleep. And in that case, it's not that strong, because you can drink a cup of coffee and then nothing happens. You can continue. Okay. So is that clear?
Yes.
Right. So, on the other hand, the absence of obligation is usually soft. Okay? It's usually a relief, like, thankfully. So this absence of obligation is that you relax because you don't have that obligation. It's always relaxed. Okay? Now, the second thing here is that you have a pronunciation form. If you want to make it a little bit less formal, you have to use the informal version of the pronunciation.
Mira.
Need to becomes needa. So, I think you had COVID. You need to get tested at once. You need to get tested. You need to get tested. In the other one,
I don't need to stay at home.
I don't need to stay. I don't need to stay home.
I don't need to stay at home. I don't need to stay at home.
Nice. So instead of need to, you're gonna say need. Similar to instead of want to, we use wanna. The same thing happens here. Okay.
Why?
Because in pronunciation, especially in American English, we value speed. We need to go fast. And this is why we have to speak fast by reducing the pronunciation. Instead of need to, needa. Want to, wanna. Going to, gonna. That's how you go fast. Is that clear?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, now remember that with need to, we follow the same thing as before. So, I need to do an activity. Do you need to do an activity? Why does she need to do an activity? Okay, obviously in the past you can use didn't need to. Okay. In the past, it's preferable not to use needed to. You can use had to. Okay.
Have to.
Yeah. Most of the time, you can say had to instead of needed to. Okay. So, we are going to see this in the next class, the last examples. So,
Okay.
So we have a lot of things that we need to get. So we are going to see some examples in the next class, but I'm going to share with you now our project. Okay?
Okay.
So, can you see it?
Friday, no? The project, no?
No, the project is going to be for the next Wednesday.
Wednesday, okay?
Uh-huh. Yeah, we have classes up to February 4th.
Okay, you can share this
Yes, I'm gonna share with you this in the chat.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so I want you to read this. So please read it.
Okay. Uh, Tell a friend. Create a 10-minute presentation about friend asking for business advice. Use the grammar cover that classes. Moral, use the point pronunciation for the word, the vocabulary.
And the date for this presentation is going to be February 4th, 2026. Okay? Right. And so, just to sum this up, okay, just to summarize, remember, we have to use must for obligations that are not only internal things, but also things that we consider dangerous for our life. Okay, so if I don't do it, something bad happens. Have to, on the other hand, is more like an external obligation that is similar to save the face, if you remember. Not exactly the same, it's similar. Okay? So it's a softer version of must. Also,
Okay?
we can use should and ought to for a moral obligation or for obligations that are usually cultural. Recommendations follow the same pattern, if you remember. The models that we use for that actually should. Okay? So it feels more that you don't want to offend the person or someone else. You want to stay in the path. Okay? Finally, need to or don't need to or needed to or didn't need it to in the past. Okay? They are expressing the obligation as a point of view. So something that is necessary to do, but also something that is convenient for you to do. It's more as a convenience. So I need to finish this, so I need to finish this homework so I can play outside. Okay? So it's convenient for you to do that. That is need to. Okay?
Okay.
Nice. So I really hope that you have enjoyed the class today, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you on Friday. Okay? So I'm gonna send you this. Okay? I'm gonna send you this. Okay? In the chat in WhatsApp. Okay?
Yes, please.
All right. Thank you very much, Jaime, and I'll see you on Friday. Thank you.
See you, Felipe. Thank
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.